Okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo.
Hello there. Thank you very much. Please share the broadcasts. Invite your friends and invite everyone that should be here. Tag them. Tell them Maiyegun is live.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Our Lady Ojora Elizabeth.
Maiyegun diary politico. Godfatherism.
Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document so that it does not just become plastic. It becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did. In about 1788, in Philadelphia, when they met, the Republic of Nigeria at the age of 24, and he was Nigeria's permanent representative at the United Nations before he was 26. Dr. Jack Yakubu Gowon became head of state of Nigeria at the age of 32. And guess what? He was a bachelor. People like King Alfred Dietespi, they became governors. Many of them, Dr. Sam Ogbemudia, at the age of between 28 and 30. Today, you have Nigerians who are between 30 and 35 still struggling to pass through the university to get their first degree, because a course that ought to have been for 4 years is elongated through strikes and other catastrophes to become a course of 7 years, 8 years, and 9 years. Now, the children that ought to be protected are rendered most vulnerable. In Nigeria, they go to school. In their schools, they are captured by Boko Haram, by kidnappers, by armed bandits, and their parents are made to pay ransom. In fact, in the one that happened in Kaduna, that one took on an higher altitude when the kidnappers now demanded from the parents of the kidnapped children to buy and bring for them bags of rice, beans, gari, palm oil, vegetable oil, sugar, salt, Maggi cubes. They even dictated how many of these should be brought, or else they will kill their children. That was to keep the children alive for the purpose of ransom being paid for them. So we have a situation where we are all vulnerable, not just our children. In schools, we are vulnerable. In our markets, we are vulnerable. In our offices, we are vulnerable. On the streets, we are vulnerable. In our farms, we are vulnerable. In the air, we are vulnerable. On the waters, we are vulnerable. Everywhere, there is problem. Nigeria has never had it so bad. And a country like that, without peace and tranquility, without security and welfare, which are the two primary purposes of government, can never progress. It will just suffer the fate of the barber's chair of perpetual motion on its axis without any progress. And that is why today's symposium, today's workshop on Nigerian children and insecurity is very apt, very apposite, and very timeless, because it presents us an opportunity to x-ray the clear and present danger of the multifarious problems that currently beset the Nigerian child, who, when he is not able to go to school, is also made a child laborer, selling gala and pure water on our streets, or married out as a girl wife to rich people between the ages of 12 and 16. That is not how to grow or develop a country. Nigeria must begin to go back to brass tacks. We need a new constitution for the people, a constitution to be subjected to a referendum for the Nigerian people. Why are we afraid of a referendum? Referendum simply means that the people buy into the document, so that it does not just become plastic, it becomes animated. It carries the will of the people. It carries their imprimatur. It becomes legitimate. It becomes respected. It becomes autochthonous. It enjoys the will, respectability, and legitimacy of the people, as the American people did.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you are joining me again this hour. And before Dokpesi run mad or walk naked, let him know that he can save himself of any walking naked or walking mad by encouraging Atiku and encouraging the PDP stalwarts to embrace what will actually put the whole wahala to rest. Begin the process of a new constitution, which indeed has the input of everyone in Nigeria. Dokpesi shocked also. Initially, I actually thought it was just a rider, a media kind of, clickbait. He actually said it. So Dokpesi and the rest of all those politicians who told you, let me put it this way. The politicians who pretended that they were dead or deaf, dumb, when the Biafrans were being slaughtered by Buhari, they are going to tell you how much they love Biafra. Oh, man. Dokpesi has opened the floodgates, and you begin to see the Biafrans who become the beautiful bride as the election approaches. So when they said that Dokpesi said he was going to walk naked if Atiku should fail to hand over to a president from Southeast, which is a president from Igbo land in 2027, he's going to walk naked if he's still alive. Just for the record, this is what Dokpesi is quoted to have said, word for word. Okay, he is the campaign chairman for Atiku for president 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of revisionism I'm going to do this evening because they are necessary. The criminals who brought Buhari to power, the criminals who told you then that all you needed was just to follow change. When the change didn't pay them, they turned around to save you. But what about their own antecedent as well? That in fact gave birth to Buhari, word for word, right? This is what Dokpesi said. We said, Atiku is the surest bet. He is the shortest cut to a Southeast presidency. The truth is that it will be about 80 years then. We only need him to rescue Nigeria now. Same thing they told you about Buhari, just to rescue Nigeria then from PDP. So these PDP guys crossed over to APC to make that happen. And how far did that go? Dokpesi, we are confronted with heavy challenges as a nation. Once we lay the foundation for restructuring and for pushing Nigeria forward, then it will exit. That's the message they are bringing to you. Atiku will be too old to go for 2 terms. It's just going to pave way for the Igbos to be presidents. I'm still coming to that, but let me continue reading. He said, he is not coming because he is hungry. Their usual line. I'm not coming because I'm hungry. I'm rich. I've stolen enough from you guys. I just want to steal more. So I'm not hungry. I want to come and help you. He said, he is not coming because he is hungry, but he has an agenda. And the agenda is Nigeria. One Nigeria. We are in a grave situation in Nigeria. We need to unite. Election is coming. We need to unite and save Nigeria. Hey, let us unite and save Nigeria. Oh, right? We need to take power. Power from these impostors that have seized power and run Nigeria aground. Dokpesi said, our party, Papa, deceive, Peking, people destroying people. Our party believes in rotation of the office of president between the North and South for 2 terms of 8 years. That was why former President Olusegun Obasanjo handed over to late Umaru Yar'Adua. But after his death, former President Goodluck Jonathan took over and completed his term. Jonathan also asked for another 4 years, which was given to him. But when he started asking for another term in 2015, right, the North felt it was against the zoning agreement of the party. So we went into the election with a divided house and we lost. But when he started, that is why we have reasoned that for us to wrestle power from APC, we need a strong presidential candidate from the North after Buhari. Since it is believed that the Northeast and Southeast are the 2 geopolitical zones that have not produced a president, we felt that Atiku, coming from the Northeast, is a strong candidate for the job. Dokpesi said. Continue. We must put forward a strategy, and the strategy of winning. We are not soldiers. We cannot carry guns and chase APC away. So we must calculate and ride on the back of who is that benevolent northerner for these remaining 4 years. 4 years, I am saying, because 8 years would be passed by then. Jagonzo. Now, and then said, if I'm alive till then, I will go naked in one-man match. If Southeast is not given the presidency, I will put my life on the line and I will never be silent, he said. Now, they are coming. Not just that, he said, it's a matter of timing. Those clamoring for the Southern presidency now are APC governors, and they are doing so for selfish reasons. Buhari has never respected the equity provision in our constitution. So, yes, that part, which became the headline, was where he said, if I'm alive till then, I will go naked in a one-man match if Southeast is not given the presidency. I will put my life on the line. I will never be silent. How many of you remember Tom Ikimi? Was it Tom Ikimi? No, not Tom Ikimi. It was John Momo, the guy who owns Channels Television. You remember when the guy said, if Buhari does not perform in 100 days or in 1 year, that you should stone them. You remember that guy? Now, the time has come. You see all the killings, all the brutality. When Jonathan was there, and these guys were desperate in coming to take over power in 2014, 2015, the lifeless breeding Maiyegun had to organize a protest, a big protest against Jonathan. Now, this big terrorist in power today did not just emerge from anywhere. You see all those videos when you see Buhari in the North, and you see crowd everywhere and all of that. He's been getting that for the past 12 years before 2015. Since 2003, Buhari has been getting 8 million, 10 million, 12 million votes from northern Nigeria, because he was promising them Sharia, Islamization, Fulanization, Northernization, and everything that actually, covers the interest of the North. 12 million, 8 million, 10 million votes. But none of these votes could make Buhari president. When, at that time, PDP, people destroying people, they were taking advantage of the Igbos, because just same way you have you have this unwritten code yeah, that Northerners, as much as they don't trust the South in one Nigeria, they don't trust the Igbos at all. So therefore, they will never want to vote for anyone who is a conk fanatic like Buhari. In fact, they even know Buhari's history. So as much as they will say an Igbo man will not be president of Nigeria, it's an unwritten code. It's not anywhere. In Nigeria, it's supposed to be one Nigeria. Everybody should be able to be president anytime, Christian, Muslim, Igbo, Yoruba, you know what I mean? But it is an unwritten code, okay? They will never trust the Igbos. The Igbos too, they don't trust them. They don't trust their system as well. But PDP was able to convince them, the Igbo voters, since 1999. Majority of Igbo voters will rather vote for PDP or they won't vote at all. But PDP took advantage of that. They took them for granted. For 16 years, there was never a single time under PDP that Biafra was ever a conversation, a national conversation. 16 years. In fact, the last people who suffered greatly under PDP, they were the MASOB. You see what the IPOB are facing today. Back then, internet were not this so powerful and strong. The Igbos who identified as MASOB members fighting for Biafra, they were killed, slaughtered secretly. Many of them jailed. Innocent people were randomly picked up under PDP. Now, APC Egbekegbe of Buhari, before Buhari, around that time, Buhari himself will never even cross the bridge. He wants to be president of Nigeria, and he strongly believed that the North can make him president. They have the number. Then Atiku and gang, PDP, Saraki, give me names, please. Kwakwanso, Obasanjo, you know them. After 16 years, they joined Tifnumbu and his own crew from Southwest. Since Buhari always have his 12 million, that's solid. He never really counted, but he needed them, including money. There's this write-up. I wish I have the audio. I was trying to get the audio so that I could play that for you. There's this transcript of Saraki's statement on their expectation why they went for Buhari. So for 12 straight years, Northern Nigeria couldn't make Buhari president until PDP, Atiku, Saraki, Kwakwanso, this other one, this canary from Kogi, until they teamed up with the Southwest thieves, Tifnumbu and gang, and then make up the number to bring in Buhari. Immediately they brought Buhari in. Buhari started with them. Atiku that gave Buhari and APC his own private jet for campaign in 2014 to bring this change to you, right? And also confessed to have spent over 6 billion in bringing Buhari to government. Saraki that bragged that when they decided to bring Buhari in, Saraki, spent all of the election money of APC in all of the Southwest states, except Lagos. Now, the calamity they brought, they are about to play. Well, I said something about abusing the trust and the privilege of making the Igbos participate in their election. But now that Buhari has messed everything up, now that everybody has now realized their own boundary, Fulani knows that they are Fulanis and they are different from the Hausas. Hausas knows that they are now Hausas and they are different from the Yorubas. Yorubas now identify and see that indeed we are Yorubas in Nigeria. We are different from the Galas. When it comes to our nationality, the only thing we have in common is that we are all forced together to be part of Nigeria. And the way Buhari has managed to expose us now to what Nigeria is genuinely, it is not difficult to know that everybody is now waiting to take their turn. So that when another person gets there, they can say, now the Yoruba turn. If you complain, they will say, when it was Fulani turn, what you do? So when they finally drag another person, they say, okay, it is the Gala turn. It is the BBO turn if they will ever get it. But the point there is that in 7 years, APC change, APC, Egbekegbe, that came to power in 2015 were the machination and the making of the same rogue who want to walk naked so that Igbos can be president in 2027. That's the game. Did you see how they snuck in restructuring into that? PDP, that Atiku became vice president of. PDP ruled Nigeria for 16 solid years. When they had the opportunity of giving Nigeria democracy, they gave Nigeria kleptocracy. No, I think they call it, there's this thing, kleptocracy. I think that's what it is. Kleptocracy, thieving crazy. You know, democracy was supposed to be government of the people, for the people, by the people, as they define them for our secondary school. They say democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. But Nigeria democracy, which is kleptocracy, is government of the kleptos, by the government of the kleptos, by the kleptos, for the kleptomaniacs. Thieves. 16 solid years. The trashy 1999 constitution. PDP actually perfected the scheme of rigging, looting, stealing, impunity, injustice. That's APC only came to legitimize. That's what happened. And that wouldn't have happened if these greedy, selfish criminals were actually thinking about Nigeria or the people and not themselves. 16 solid years. Atiku was 8 years vice president. In fact, it was during Atiku, or should I say, after Atiku, there is never any vice presidential, or let me say any vice president in Nigeria that ever enjoyed the unfettered, unchecked influence that Vice President Atiku enjoyed. It was so powerful. Listen, guys, so that some of you, Indomie generation, 1999, now when they born some of you shouting, Maiyegun, you don't know what you are talking about. I understand. You are just, some of you, now the joy of democracy. Democracy is here. Thank God. To hell with military. Now that kind of happiness, your parents who were then boyfriend, girlfriend, democracy don't come. Shayo and the rest of that. Some of you, now that joy, say Nigeria go better, make some of you. If you are between the ages of 20, if you are between the ages of 20 23, 25. Ask your mama, ask your papa. If you are within that age and you are jumping up for one Nigeria, watching me right now, my friend, shut up your mouth. Come back home and do it. When you finish watching this video, ask your papa, ask your mama, papa, wetin make you decide to have me? I am 23 years old. I am as old as Nigeria's democracy. Wetin, papa, wetin make you? Ask them. Atiku and gang, they were those who ushered Nigeria into democracy. So if you are 23 years old, Atiku and gang, they were those who made your parents felt like Nigeria was going to be better if they have more children. If you are 20 years old, those are the people who are even having another hope that Nigeria is going to get better as long as democracy lasts. Listen, you are 20, you are 23. Maybe you are graduate, jobless, or even working, but struggling, suffering, smiling. You are educated, you believe, but you are completely miseducated. The reason why things like this are so important that we say them to you is that, you see, the next few hours, the next few days, weeks, months, the people who brought Nigeria to this current state, they are going to present themselves to you as your savior. And you are going to read lovely, 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 beautiful things they did, but they didn't do, by the way. But because of all those lies, you are going to be jumping from one platform to the other, defending your ancestors. But it is my job to continue to tell you that even if Nigeria don't happen to you, if Nigeria don't shape you already, listen, I have been doing this for more than 7 years, okay? Many, you know, I've met many people. I've met many comments. I've met many supporters of different rogues in politics in Nigeria. I have been accused of working for some of these rogues. Depends on wherever your emotions swing to. So I'm not new to this. And some of those who have known Maiyegun for a while, right, they will tell you too that Maiyegun, many were wanle, repete, zazu se. But, you know, don't worry. Like, I've been doing this for a while, but I will make you think. That's one thing I will do perfectly well. I will get you to think. Then whatever you make of it is yours. Okay? 23 years old. And the people you are going to be writing sermons for on social media, the people you are going to be asking people to bring their father to come and contest with, the people you are going to be abusing and attacking for telling you the truth on social media, yeah, 23 years old. The people you are going to be abusing people for, they are the same people who are coming back to tell you they will give you electricity, they will give you road, they will give you schools, they will give you food, they will give you job, they will give you security, they will build your blah, blah, blah. They will lay your mat, lay your bed, blah, 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 blah nonsense. And you, emotionally, you are going to believe them. But the reason why people like us don't believe them, the reason why people like us says, yeah, it is a total waste. Don't do anything that endorse or validate them. Now, so then deceive your papa, deceive your mama at the age of 23. My job is to make sure that even if I can't save you, maybe I can save your children. Because very soon, you see, people don't get job, people don't get work. Or that they born. I say, Papa, you don't get work. Your wife don't get three. You have 3-4 kids. How are you going to? Papa, I don't know. Every time where I go out to go look for work. Papa, this country now, a terrible country. Every time I go out to look for work, when I come back, airless, I will just see this woman. What's man go do now? Nigeria can frustrate you, my brother. People have told me that too. Maiyegun, It's not easy. When you go out and go and look for everything, you come back home, you see your missus there, looking like you know, you're not even planning to have kids, but just feel like, you know what, if it's that terrible today, it can make you feel better tonight. And so they take on the cure depression, But baba, depression no go. I don't enter the fifth child now. Why you no can use contraception? Why you no can use protection? I know a person will get money, they use protection. I am telling you experience of what Nigeria does and did to you and still doing to you. So you can abuse me. You can call me names. Okay? But just think about it. In 1999, it was the Atiku. Atiku was so influential, right? That when Obasanjo wanted to go for second term, listen to this. They said around that time, they believed that Obasanjo had no real structure. Yorubas didn't vote for PDP. They didn't vote for Obasanjo. They voted for AD, Falaye. So they said it was the Yaradua political blah, 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 blah. That's the Shehu Yaradua, the senior one. And when he died, Atiku inherited that. So there's this political base. That's the political base, PDM, that brought Obasanjo to power. So Obasanjo had nothing. So Atiku had free hand. When they wanted to sell government properties, it was Atiku in charge. He was able to sell them to himself by asking his friends to buy them at a giveaway prices. Imagine buying a government car. Imagine buying a government car that government paid 50 million for. And they say, you can't pay 50,000 for it. Like bazaar and all of that. Imagine having this very lovely, amazing building. Yeah? That government probably spent 1 point something billion as usual. And somebody is buying that for 300,000 naira. Atiku became rich. Ha 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 ha. Then it was time for Obasanjo to go for second term. That was when Obasanjo realized that he don't serve into Atiku's hand. Atiku has become so powerful. He's made himself so rich. And guess what? He continued to give himself credit to, we did a great job. That is why Obasanjo had to prostrate and say, please. They say Atiku no go let Obasanjo go for second. That was how powerful he was. That didn't change anything. No, he's not a spare tire. If anybody tells you that Atiku was a spare tire, it wasn't. In fact, when Obasanjo decided to remove him, Atiku, right, had so much political base. The first thing he did was that if you want to remove me, you can't just remove me. You have to impeach me. You have to go through the National Assembly. When Obasanjo got to National Assembly, he realized that more than half of them, from all parties, they are Atiku boys, like this Tinubu and all that. Cut the long story short, Atiku decided to go for presidency in 2007. That was when he met with Tinubu and they became friends. So he was a very powerful guy. It was that clout, that strength, that thing that could challenge Obasanjo. Obasanjo couldn't get rid of him and all of that. That strength is why when Jonathan said he wanted to go for second term in 2015, Atiku was like, I want to go for second term too. I want to go for presidency too. Okay, let's permutate it. I have the whole thing, but I don't have the presidential wherever to wield it. Let's go and start a new party. But there is a Buhari. That was how they brought Buhari to power. And immediately Buhari came in, first person he went for was Atiku. The second person he went for was Saraki. You know the story, and you know how it ended. Now, when they now found themselves in the trenches, all the promises they made, they trusted Buhari. Buhari jailed my father because my father was a thief anyway. People were coming out confessing, calling their family, calling themselves their names. But I will vote for Buhari. Last, it's not just all those lies that brought Buhari to power. It was the influence of Atiku and gang. Now, 2007, that Tinubu was Atiku's godfather. When Atiku decided to come and run for election under Tinubu's party. So in 2023, Atiku want to give it a shot again, and it is not a rumor. As you are watching this video, it is true. The only people who want a southern presidency are the Yorubas. And it is for selfish reason. Dokpesi is right. Do you want me to explain that? The southern presidency could have been collective. Are you with me now? Something like, what do they call that thing in America? My friends from, my people watching from the US. What do you normally call that thing in America? That bipartisan or by political something that, you know, all political parties, they will agree for the sake of common interest. Like they will say, you know what, we'll push for it together. Tell me, what do you call it? Bipartisan, whatever, I don't know. So Southern presidency should have been something from all of the people of the South, no matter the political party. Do you understand? Oh, no, it's not consensus yet. Consensus is when you agree to pick somebody to represent that interest. The first thing is that interest. We say, oh, all of us, because that's what they said. In 2015, they were like, if APC failed to give them northern candidates, northern Nigeria will not vote for APC. So that was why Atiku and Buhari, they were the options. Then Kwakwanso and the rest, they were the option from the north to make sure that the northern voters, right? It's like a consensus, whether PDP, whether APC, even PDP members in northern Nigeria, they have voted for PDP for governor in their states. When it came to president, they voted for APC. They didn't vote for Jonathan. They voted for Buhari. You remember 2015 now? That is something we call bipartisan, something that everybody agree. This is what we want. But do you know what? Yeah? It is only Tinubu and gang that are clamoring for southern presidency. But now, deceitfully, fraudulently, they tag their 2023, Tinubu 2023 swagger. Now, if you check what is swagger, it is Southwest Agenda, whatever, swagger 23. So, Dokpesi is right, because you see all these other PDP governors from southern Nigeria. Werewike, Seyi Makinde. Give me the names of all these PDP governors, please. Ugwayi of Ebonyi. Which other one again? Yeah? You see those ones from Niger Delta, PDP. They have all concluded that if PDP want to win in 2023, the candidate must be northern candidate. Afenifere said, if any political party presents northern candidates, Yorubas will not vote for any northern candidates. But I think a few days ago, Baba your Adebanjo said it's actually a pure waste of time. He is not interested in any election that is conducted under this fraudulent 1999 constitution. So Yorubas won't vote. So Dokpesi was right, mourning for southern presidency. And who are those indeed working for southern presidency? You will realize there is only Tinubu and gang. Ironically. No, come on, it's not shocking. You have not been paying attention. Yes, Seyi Makinde and co, they are all rooting for a northern candidate, and don't be deceived, they are rooting for Atiku. They are going to launch Atiku's social media campaign in Lagos. They are going to call it the Atiku supporters team meet and greet something, and everybody, all the youths with their social media, some of them calling for Yoruba nation, some of them calling for Biafra, you are going to see them all telling you that if I say it makes sense, it's a gradual thing. Atiku is going to restructure Nigeria. I trust Atiku will restructure Nigeria. That was how they told you, the Tinubu and gang, that they trusted that Buhari will restructure Nigeria. He will give you state police. He will give you resource control. He will give you this. He will give you that. Today, people are now drafting together how Tinubu is going to promise you the same. So, their darling people are now the IPOB. IPOB. No, dubious Dakpo. See, dubious Dakpo of Ogun State. What did they call them? The subsidy thief that is now governor of Ogun State, courtesy Ikene Shatabandu fake Pastor Ruga. I'm going to tell you something about that too. Don't worry, I'll get there. I'll get there. Dubious Dakpo has no choice, so to say, as we speak. They divided. I was coming to that, by the way. Maybe I should even just go into it, okay? Because that's where I'm about to get to. The people who are actually promoting the Southern agenda. Mimiko, Fayemi, Oyetola, Dubious Dakpo, Sanwo-Iku. These are APC ajeles in Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, and Eko, Lagos. But within them, ladies and gentlemen, they are divided too. Yeah, they are divided. I told you, see, many of us who know how this is going to play out, we should not really act surprised when some things start coming to light. Èèyàn tán rẹ̀ bí ìyá àbèjì tó ní Kẹ́hìndé ńkọ́ tó ní wà ní ìlú òyìnbó. Ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tí mo mean? Èèyàn tán ra ẹ̀ bí afọ́fúngbẹ́mu one Nigerian. Èèyàn tán ra ẹ̀ bí àwọn Buhari idiots, cyberbarians, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the Buharidins, the Buhari denotus, the Buhari dijatus. I'm talking about the Buhari shukus, the Ngoziaris, the Unekaharis, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Facebook bandits, the social media adsman or adsmen. Nobody deceived themselves more than these categories of cyberbarians. So what they are now pushing for is that they are about to show that they love the Biafrans. They love the Biafrans. But talking about Tinubu and gang, like I wanted to, Tinubu want to be president. He doesn't need the Igbos. Let me tell you this. It will come out. Tinubu is going to talk about IPOB. Tinubu is going to talk about Biafra. But guess what? He is going to add salt to injury. Ikene Shatabandu, the Keneri, the new choir master of 2023 political charade. Fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, special advisor to Buhari on condolences visit, burial arrangements, and trader money, popularly and generally known as Agbowoni Baba Oja. He has already composed some new songs that he will be singing to you as he turned motivational speaker running for president in 2023. Now, within their camp, see how limited it has become and see why they are running to the north for validation. Tinubu won't get the Igbo votes. The PDP, Papa destroying Peking, people destroying people. They want Igbo votes that they have abused. Igbos have stopped voting. Voter apathy in Igbo land, which has become so escalated after the onslaught on IPOB. So Tinubu and gang, they don't need the Igbo vote. And they will not want to say any nice thing about the Igbos or the Biafrans or the IPOB, so that they don't want to offend the FEG inside the asshole rock. Buhari. And to them, they can do without them. But guess what? Within them, as they live in denial, Ikenne Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, is not slowing down. Osun State, they already have the faction there. Ogun State, where dubious Dapo is shaving their head as we speak. Some of them are complaining. But you know what? The people that are complaining are the people that are not in dubious Dapo, APC, Egbekegbe's government. People are lamenting. And then if you know the history of how dubious Dapo became governor of Ogun State, instead of the favorites, Ibekunle Omoamoshi, the former Akotileta Arungun Oke Moson, who is now the senator in Abuja, then Ibekunle Omoamoshi wanted to, wanted his successor to be his own protege, his own, proxy. Somehow, his friend, dubious Dapo, that has no political structure, but he had one thing going for him then. It was fake Pastor Ruga, Ikenne Shatabandu. They managed Oshiomole, being the party chairman. They managed. Ibekunle Omoamoshi won the primary election, being the one in government, and at the same time being the one controlling the party in Ogun State. Ibekunle Omoamoshi is the closest crumb ass liquor to Buhari in Daura, always been. How could he get shortchanged? That could only happen when Ikenne Shatabandu got involved. Sorry if this is kind of making you feel bored. I'm trying to wind you up. You see all those Tinubu, fake Pastor Ruga supporters and the rest of them. The reason why I keep going on and on is that I want to rile them up. As they are watching the video, it's going to make them feel like, shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Don't talk to him like that. And I like making them feel angry. You know, when you are just angry and people in your house, they don't know why you are mad. They say, but Daddy, what are you watching now that you are just getting angry? Turn it off now if that person is making you angry. Mommy Kunle, if Daddy Kunle is angry, watching Maiyegun, is because I'm talking to him. He is a closet Buhari idiot. Sorry if that makes you feel somehow, okay? I know my audience and I know those I'm directing that at. So they live in denial. As we speak, I don't know where the loyalty of a dubious Dapo is going to be. I can tell you, free of charge, it is likely going to be with Pastor Ruga. So in Ogun State, some people are trying to beat dubious Dapo to it. That person
His name is Boyega Nosiru Isiaka, GNI. So in Ogun State as we speak, the dubious Dapo team, they are pretending to support Ashiwaju Awon Ole, Ashiwaju Awon Gbewiri, the Arokeshe of Bodilon. They are pretending to be supporting him for president. While Boyega Nosiru Isiaka, the one that's Bewiri Daniel, the former governor as well, wanted to succeed him. And since it couldn't happen, he crossed over to APC. And now Dubious Dakpo is the governor. And now the APC is also divided between Ashiwaju Awole and fake Pastor Ruga. They won't tell you this in, they won't tell you this in church. They won't tell you this in mosque. They won't tell you this on your TV. That is why when you are listening to me right now, just like, what is Maiyegun talking? I decided to give it a life because it's true. The point I'm making is that even the Southwest, that Tifnumbu, they want you to believe that Tifnumbu has in his pocket, they inside his pocket. You see that pocket? Oh, don't they inside down. And I'm waiting cause the hole. They don't cut the hole inside the pocket. Now Pastor Ruga cut them. They have Pastor Ruga faction in Kwara. They have Pastor Ruga faction in Oshun. They have Pastor Ruga faction in Lagos. They have Pastor Ruga faction in Ekiti. They have Pastor Ruga faction in Ogun State. They are where else? Waiting remain. Absolute nothing. So they are already divided, and that is why they will leak. They will leak Buhari. Anybody, they will leak anyone's ass in northern Nigeria to endorse them, even if Boko Haram will endorse them, even if Miyetzela will endorse them, and the rest of them. But as for PDP, for 6 years, they watched Boko Haram do all of that they've done to the Igbos, to the Biafrans, to the IP, especially of late to Nnamdi Kanu, to Oloye Sunday Igboho. But guess what? This is them now coming to say, we saw what Buhari did to you. It's so unimaginable, unbelievable. But you know what? If you just vote for us, we will just rescue you. Okay? And then, you see that restructuring, I will give it to you. Oh, you see that Biafra, we'll start talking about it. I mean, that's them all. So don't be surprised, though, if all these PDP begin to push and push and push, and before you know it, they say they don't release Igboho, they've released Nnamdi Kanu, and it's because it's closing to the election. Because IPOB said, sit at home, sit at home. We know they vote, we know they register to vote, we know they do anything, but there are still registered voters in Eastern Nigeria, okay? But they won't come out. So PDP knows that even if they manage to get the slot for Atiku, 50-50 from the northern Nigeria, it will have a way, it will have a scale through. But you see, in southern Nigeria, how can we get the Igbos to vote? Let's talk about Biafra. And Dokpesi said, IPOB is not doing anything wrong. All of you. You remember when they were shouting and shouting how the what do you call it? How IPOB, how the Biafrans are not smart enough to let, how they were going to allow APC to win election in Anambra. Blah, blah, blah. IPOB this, IPOB that. Since the election in Anambra, after the election in Anambra, did you hear anything? You are going to see all of them very soon. Okay? Dokpesi don't throw he's thrown the dog whistle. IPOB is not doing anything wrong. They will say, okay, this is an opportunity for IPOB to embrace PDP because it's only PDP that will treat them right. Me, I am telling you, I am saying it to your face now. The first people who started there killing Igbos, the first political party that started there killing the Igbos in the name of Biafra, that same political party is PDP. People destroying people. Papa destroy Peking. Papa destroy Peking. So you see all these young guys are going to come because they need you. They will say the right thing and the blah, blah. You know what I mean? So that you can help them make the number count. So that they can rescue you. If you enter Ram, you don't enter Ram again. And if you tell them, we want to do Biafra, Biafra. In fact, now that time, all of you will start missing Buhari. Because you see, that's this past 8 years, I told you, the people who have suffered most in their caucus of elites, they have been this gang of rogues that are going to present themselves as your alternative. So what should we do then, Maiyegun? I have told you, it's one thing. Why are your leaders afraid of referendum? Is a question.
The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They groomed them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Rufai brought them in. Bauchi State Governor brought them in. Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show me. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Izombe, you come to Ohaji, you come to Ebema, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ebonyi. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building railway to Niger Republic. And you want me to be happy with you? Clap for you. Oh, Nigeria is doing well. One Nigeria. I think you maybe not again. You are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax that we pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger, airport in Niger, refinery in Niger. You take oil, crude oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum, or as PPS as you call it. And you're telling me that that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. We are in one Nigeria. We are not going anywhere. And you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money and positions. So that they will come out on the pages of newspapers to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay, when things are not okay. Go through the statements of Ohaneze and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back and say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You're being discriminated against. You're suffering. They're killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I've subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Atiku wrote to President Biden. In it, Atiku said to come and help us fight terrorism, in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said it because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not educated. When I say, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of you are not educated. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we were born, where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou, go to Yaoundé in Cameroon. Everybody living in the capital cities of Africa, they go back to their villages. They go back to their tribes where they come from. Do they do that in the Western world? During Christmas, these people migrating from, oh, I come from Florida, I'm going to Florida. No, you don't. Because people come from where they are born. We come from where our ancestors were born. That is the difference between black people in Africa and those from Europe and other parts of the world. We come from, so if you ask somebody, where do you come from? He or she will mention their village. That is what makes us Africans. Very, very unique. If you destroy that, you're finished as a people. In Africa, we are tribal. First and foremost, we belong to our tribe where we come from. That is why our people need to appreciate this. Very, very critical. That Africa is restructured to recognize where people come from. All these artificial creations by Europeans, Nigeria, this and that, all that rubbish. That is why you can never ever make any progress for the next 6 billion years. You can never ever make any progress in the zoo. Why is it, if we are not tribal, why would the whole presidency come out, Fulani presidency come out and say, we are defending Fulani headsmen? A presidency of the whole of Nigeria, so to speak. It is because by instinct, we are tribal beings in Africa. That is why Nigeria is unsustainable. That is why the man from Ishekiri has to vote to say, this is where I want to belong to. That is why referendum is the only way forward. That is why Africa is poor. Africans must recognize that this is who we are. You cannot live in Lagos if you're an Igbo man. During Christmas, you start traveling to Sokoto. It's impossible. You must go to Igbo land. You must. That's where you come from. And if they ask you, oh, but you were born in Lagos, you will say, no, that's where my parents come from. They ask your parents will say, that's where my parents come from. They will keep going back until they get to perhaps the 100th generation. That is who we are. And nobody can change it. We are not born on the streets. Some people were born along Ijora or Kota Highway in Lagos. Maybe they are from Urobo. You ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from Urobo. But I was born in, but this is where I come from. That is who we are. That is why all these useless, idiotic countries created in Africa cannot survive. It can never ever survive. And how do we stop it? Only a revolution can stop it. Only a revolution. If you like, keep postponing it. If you like, keep putting it off forever and ever. Only a revolution can solve this very problem, because under a revolution, the powers that be, those that be making your life a misery, will be overthrown. Nobody will say it's a coup anymore. It is called popular uprising. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you. And that is why today some soldiers are listening and they are resigning from the army. How can you be a soldier in the Nigerian army and your village is being occupied by Fulani headsmen? Imagine those from Oyo or Ondo serving in the Nigerian army. These are my Yoruba brothers who are serving in the Nigerian army. You are from Yoruba, you are serving in the Nigerian army, doing one Nigeria. But your village is being occupied by a Fulani. The same people.
Mazi, I miss him. I actually do. And I can imagine what a tormenting years it's been for those who felt untouchable, unreachable, and above us all. And they can do whatever they want, just like God. Nnamdi Kanu entered their skins. You listened to that video completely, didn't you? Tell me, would you still believe when they tell you that Nnamdi Kanu preaches hate?
Did you listen to that video? I bet you did. Let's see. Let's leave it at you are a Buhari idiot. Okay? Let's leave that. But did you listen to that message? Referendum. Let the Shekiris, the Robos, the Jaws, the Yorubas, the Egbas, let everybody say they want to be part of Nigeria. Why do you want to believe in the fraudulent Kolus? Old men who became somebody in their lives because they stole from you. Kolu. That's what somebody called them. Kolu.
Nígbà tá à ń gbàdúrà ká bọ́ lọ́wọ́ òkú ayé kan tá a sì ń wò pa ń bọ́ ń bẹ̀ lọ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́ ìwọ Ọlọ́run kí lè ṣe wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà gan tó tún wá gbé kọ́ọ̀lù mìíràn bọ̀ kọ́ọ̀lù burúkú lélẹ̀ abẹ́ ìbí ṣe à ń wò bí kọ́ọ̀lù.
Kọ́ọ̀lù. Referendum. That 1999 constitution is a fraud. Yes. If you continue to queue for votes from now till eternity, you will continue to be defrauded by the same people. When they are done, they will pass you on to their children. That's how it works. And you, when they are done with you, you will pass your own children on to them too. Don't leave this fight for your children to fight. I mean, if you are so starved of good leaders, people who can be your president, I mean, even if you are desperate to vote, if you are not a typical Nigerian, what is wrong with this guy being your president?
No lie to you. You are failing the society. If you are not giving us
from other people who have been in the power, what will you do differently? Win the election?
We have made it very clear that we will tackle security, not the way they are tackling it now. I was the first person to suggest that army generals are making a big deal out of Boko Haram and insurrection or the insecurity, that it has become a business. I made a pronouncement that we fire all the military generals in this country. Everybody said I was crazy about a month ago. Now, by today, everybody in this country is saying that they should fire all the generals because of what's happening, because Boko Haram has become a big business in the country. So we're going to do that differently. We're going to provide electricity, and we're in the northern part of the country today where we can use solar energy to provide over 4,500 megawatts of electricity. That will provide jobs for about 2 million young people in this part of the world. It will also provide electricity that is needed so that we can have 24/7 electricity. We have said we are going to take 13 million kids out of the streets by spending 100,000 naira each on a child to go back to school, so that there will not be people who are begging with bowls on Kano, in Sokoto, in Lagos. That is our plan for the country. We have said that we will pay 100,000 naira to as minimum wage as workers. The media is not reporting it. They are telling us that it will cause inflation. But guess what? Why is it that the 14 million naira that you are paying your senators per month is not causing inflation? A professor in a university in Nigeria is earning 450,000 naira per month. It will take a professor 2 years of salary earnings to make the amount of money a senator who probably did not graduate from a university is making in a month. And nobody is reporting that. We have said in this same country that we have an economic system that is all inclusive, that we will revolutionize agriculture, the tourism sector, health, that will provide universal basic health for our people, that is for free, that will provide free education, and even provide study allowances for students. 100,000 is what we are planning for every student per semester in this country. We have the money. We just need to reapply it to the people who are in need, because this country needs to stop feeding the greedy. We need to attend to the needy.
Finally, there is this fear that you are still being sponsored by Tinubu. What's your relationship?
So I'm sponsored by Tinubu, but I don't know who Tinubu is. And you all in the media cannot find evidence of even a meeting between me or Tinubu, or a phone call between me and Tinubu, or even any financial transaction. That means the media is not doing this. You cannot be reporting hearsays. You know, in 1992, when we go to meetings where we were fighting for democracy in this country in 1993, I will be sitting in front as the student union president of University of Lagos. Bola Tinubu will be sitting in the back. Before they will call him, I will have to speak first. With due respect, I may not be as old as he is, but I'm better more influential than he is in this country. I have been doing activism for 30 years. Before Bola Tinubu set up TVC, I set up Sahara Reporters, you know, and I set it up on my own sweat with a laptop. But he used Lagos money and the Lagos Polytechnic as the headquarters. I don't, you know, I challenge them all the time. I'm challenging Tinubu himself to come and say it publicly that I've ever met him before.
Ha! Even Tinubu was he shock you. You know, some message will say as you are watching this video right now, go and read the comments. You will see all the Buhari idiots, right? Taking a turn like this. Boss. That is why I don't like Shogore. He's too proud. Look at that Shogore. This, God damn it, man. You have a budget of 17 trillion. And from that 17 trillion, almost 80% of it is going to go into paying the senators, paying their concubines and everything. One of them just gave birth now. One of the House of Rep members in Abuja, he just gave birth. He's been there since 1999. And he just gave birth to his 28th child. 28 children. That's how many kids the guy has. 28. He gave birth to the 28th today. Nigeria is feeding them. But somebody said, you as a student, you deserve to be paid 100,000 naira study allowance. Hey, my friend, I'm out. Nigeria you know what they say? They say, if you know what Nigeria did to us, if you discover it, you will never forgive Nigeria. See, many people who are asking that Nigeria should just break up, may everybody just find in level. Yeah? They used to love Nigeria. I'm telling you, these are people that, some of them, a year ago, they don't believe that Nigeria should break up. Why now? My friend, forget it. It's because you don't like Buhari. Some thought it was because people don't like Buhari. That's why they want to break Nigeria. A year after, today, and then they hold cutlass. Maiyegun will break up. If I open my line right now, you'll be hearing them. Maiyegun, bring your cutlass, bring your hoe, bring a dab, bring anything. Oh, break them up. Everybody just go your own way. We don't want election. So as for yourself, we may look like, why can't we do things to make Nigeria? It's not going to work. Do you understand? It's not. People are tired. How can you say Nigeria, we want Nigeria to work? And some of you are already queuing up to campaign for Atiku. Some of you are already queuing up because mentally, it has to be PDP. If it's not PDP, even if it's PDP, even in your PDP, after 16 years, after 23 years, all of you, young people, 22, 25, 30, 40, I'm calling 40 people young people because they see themselves as that. I'm young at 40. Baba, you'll be full at 40. You are campaigning for Baba 80, Baba 70 something. Tifnumbu, look at this. I'm just saying, you know, if I manage to grow old to this level, oh boy, una no go even see me again. If I hold and I can't get to this level, say, are you going to Dagbasha? Say, Baba, yo more. Maiyegun, unless how are you? How is your mother? I won't be coming out to come and say I want to be your president. Imagine me, Maiyegun, can't they look like this at the age of 89? We are going to make, we are going to build your future for you. I am going to make sure that your children have a WAEC fee. Oh, I am going to be this and this is a joke. And you, 22 years old boy, 70 years old man, you are jumping up and down. In PDP, for example, in PDP, una no get young person. All of your young people, now all risers too. I told you, I said, PDP is not different from APC, okay? You see all this APC, all this
all these Buhari Danes, Buhari Diderins, all these Buhari did not choose, Buhari Dijatus, and all these guys, yeah? The Taliban. Sometimes when you see them, they are like Taliban. They are not different from PDP. Listen, listen to me very well. That is why when I'm talking about APC, you will see the Buhari idiots. You will see the side barbarians. How much did Atiku pay you? I'm like, when I was growing up, they would say, when you go to this Elewi Omo, they will say, you see this one, now to wash head, no put on formato. You see this one, when you cook it, you let it cool down. You will drink that one. You see this one, you go just cook them. You go deep them inside, come out them. If not, your son go just become a Fofungbemu Okponu or become an APC member or PDP member. When we were growing up, they were telling us that. They told us, well, not me. They told my mom, and they had to do it to make sure that the agbo that they are supposed to use to bath me, so that they don't give me that one to drink. The agbo that I'm supposed to drink, so that they won't use that one to bath me. If you look at all these Nigerians, PDP, APC, they are the same thing, no? They are Taliban in nature. If Atiku or anybody, any of them, any of these old criminals become their president again, now then you go, they miss the Buhari idiots. Then you will see the articulated morons, articulators, articulated moguls, articulated scammers, articulated dash, all those things. You will see them. They are as Talibanistic as Taliban as the APC, Al-Qaeda People's Congress. I'm not joking. It may sound cracking to you. I'm just telling you that PDP, APC, and like this, 5 and 6. Just wait. And I'm talking to you directly now. You are jumping off election. You want to, my friend, shut up. We need to rescue Nigeria. Mini rescue. Hello, rescue operator. We need to save Nigeria. Lifeguard, senior lifeguard operator. Oh yeah, jump into the river and save Nigeria. Oh yeah, go, save. Olodo, save Nigeria. Frosters won't save Nigeria. We will wait for all of you. Enjoy them. Fancy it. Make your money from it. Do all you can. Abuse us. Call us names. But we know the game. There's something called BLLB. Beshe law. Leshe mabo. When you finally finish, what you want chop when they finish, you can't come back. You can't chop the truth where you they push aside now. I don't they do this, it don't say. I'm only saying it to you again. 22 years, 25 years, 30 years, 40 years. You they jump up and down for Baba 70, Baba 80 to plan your future. They say, is it not better for you to be part of the future that you want to feature in? Shouldn't you be part of that? Should you put that in the hand of all these frying pan and fire? They call them frying pan and fire. And like this, now yeah, I get that frying pan and fire. So the fire introduce frying pan. All of them can't enter frying pan. Now if you say frying pan don't burn, it don't burn, it don't leak. All of them won't jump into fire. Good luck. Their election is fraudulent. If they come back with this, maybe we can start talking. If that is too much, let's go back to this. Maybe we can start talking. This is the true Nigeria. This is the combination of people who make up Nigeria. This is what I want us to talk about. This is what we decide the type of election you want to be part of. This is what we decide if you want to still be in Nigeria or not. You see all these people now, the owners of Nigeria, everybody get their own land. You see Igbos there, boldly written. You see the Galas, you see the TVs, you see the Tiv, you see the Yorubas, you see the Nupes, you see the Bayis, you see the Awusas, and their land.
They're, clearly mapped. You see all these areas, then get owners. They are not Nigeria because Nigeria has no land. These are the indigenous people of Nigeria. These are the people we said, instead of you jumping up for these old cargoes, old thieves, how about we start having a chat around this? How about we start talking about this? You get what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Do you get it?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? So that's what we're talking about. And we hope that you will see to that too. And not this your bogus, fraudulent scheme and election that will give you nothing. You are only going to help them validate their fraud. And say, well, we have to rescue Nigeria. All right, knock yourself out. Good luck with that. Dokpesi said he will make sure that the Igbos vote. It is begging all of una now. Make all of una see if you want to reconsider. Because Dokpesi is saying that if he is still alive in 2027, if Atiku no hand over to an Igbo president, all of us should grab your camera and camera phone and meet him at Akpo Square. I've been at the, what is it called? I've been at Tafawa Balewa Square. I've been at Godwin Opara Square in Enugu. I've been wherever square where you want meet up, just come with your camera, come with everything. Baba will protest. And I just thought I should share that with you. If that sells, or if that sounds kind of ridiculous, right? Don't worry. Wait for when everybody will begin to make their statements now. So you as a Biafran will now go become a darling soon. Shebi Buhari said you are a dot. Ah, come on. PDP knows that you are not. For political exigencies and political advantage, oh man, you go see toasting. But before you start fighting your brother for Atiku, before you started, tearing yourselves apart for Atiku, remember, Fulani Atiku. And at the same time, accepting Atiku means you accept Nigeria. If you believe in any lie they tell you, when that time comes, your brother may still be there for you. Don't fight your brothers. Don't tear on yourself. You see all these rogues, they can't do anything if you don't give them the lifeline. I mean, I don't talk my own. You understand? I've said my own. And I'm going to open the line. Let me open my line. But I'm going to go make myself a cuppa, a tea. That seems to still be warm. It seems warm. I'm still going to keep that. So give me a minute and I will open the line. If you have anything to add, the line will be yours in a moment. But do me a favor, okay? Before we do that, like that video, share it. If you haven't subscribed on my channel, come on, do that. If you have stayed this long and you would like to be back again, won't you? Come on, subscribe, like, do that. Do everything you need to do to tell others about Maiyegun. And we'll be back in a minute. Right. Sorry about that. So I have a caller and I hope he's still on the line. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Class.
For the past 2 years, I managed to stay true to the Papa Lolo speaking.
Amazing. I'm happy you made it, sir. So, Papa Lolo speaking from
the UK.
From the UK. So you are live, sir. Good to speak to you. Please go on.
I'm gonna represent two type of tribe. First of all, àwa tí a wà ní gbogbo gbàgbági lọ́hùn ó dàbí wípé ẹ ti tà wá fún Benin Republic lọ́hùn ẹ ti ẹ dá sí gbogbo wa mọ́ pẹ̀lú olórí burúkú tí ó wá láti rágbìdì tó da gbogbo ekuru pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú tí wọ́n pè àwọn ní gbogbo àgbèrò tó kún gbogbo everywhere. Ọlọ́run ló máa gba ojú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ojú yẹn kò ní kẹ̀kẹ́ fìtì mọ́ra yí ẹ̀. Àkókò tó máa kú ó ti tẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ó ti gba ọjọ́ kú fúnra rẹ̀. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn ìfìyà jẹ wá ilẹ̀ Àwórì kémi yan gbogbo àwọn ìjókòó kémi jẹ wá lìyà. Ọlọ́run ló máa ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa náà lé lọ Benin Republic yẹn kémi dákẹ́ hàn tí ẹ̀sọ̀ kankan lè parẹ́ àwọn èèyàn lè wà láti yé wa ṣe rí gbogbo wọn lìyà yẹ máa jẹ gbogbo dúdò náà kémi ṣe ògùn tẹ̀dí mọ́lẹ̀ kémi tẹ gbogbo wa mọ́lẹ̀ kémi fún wa ní lúdò wẹ́ẹ̀ náà gbé wa ní 1992 kémi kó wa kiri láàrin òru kéní ká máa kọrin burúkú kému àgbálájọ bíi kẹ́ẹ̀dìbò fún dádì mọ́mì ṣẹ́ríyà náà fi jẹ wá Maiyegun á dá abẹ́ o gbogbo tí mi ṣe àtọ́dún fẹ́ gbaná lẹ̀ wá ọlọ́run wá sọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ tán rí. Gbogbo ìyànà tí fi jẹ wá ṣe rí àrọ́mọdọ́mọ gbogbo wọn ló máa jẹ̀yà yẹ hàn jẹ́ kò dẹ̀ sẹ́lì ní lọ́lọ́run máa yọ ọ́lẹ̀ nínú wọn gbogbo wọn pátápátá lè wá gbọ̀nà òkè òkun kò sí ilé òní jẹ́ nínú ìyà yẹn ọdún kejì ni ti ń pè é rèé Maiyegun òun mọ ti sọ pé bó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ègùn ni màá bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ bó bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe tàwórì ni màá sọ ètòrí ìyà náà léwà gòkàn ṣẹ́rí gbogbo wọn ìtẹ̀mọ́ ni máa sọ fún gbogbo wọn ṣùgbọ́n ìyà yẹn ti mú wálẹ̀ jẹ́ ọgbà sá.
èyí ẹ wí lónìí àárọ̀ mọ́ èyí ẹ wí lálẹ́ yìí o ẹ má ṣe pé bọ́pọ̀ èyí ẹ wí lálẹ́ yìí o àárọ̀ ti rọ̀ mọ́ bá.
ọgbà sátidé lọ́wọ́ wa kẹ́gbẹ́ Sunday lé wa lọ́wọ́ kémi sọ pé ọmọ mi dìbò. There is never a leader among any one of them because a leader is always thinking about the next generation. Why politicians always think of the next election. And that is why none of them will ever talk about the evil that is going on since 1960. Irrespective of whatever they have done, ibi tí gbogbo wọn dè mọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ti jáde dànù kò sí èyí tí ò ní jẹ nínú ìyà yẹn gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn pátápátá tí wọ́n fi há gbogbo bí káàkiri gbogbo ibikíbi tí wọ́n tọ́jú owó yẹn sí ó máa dòṣì láwọ́ wọn kò ní sí èyí tó máa rí nọ́nù gbogbo wọn ìyà tó fi jẹ wá tán jẹ́ kórí oníkálukú pé mọ́. Ọlọ́run ló máa gbẹ̀san ẹ̀ lára wọn nítorí wọn fi àyè gbogbo wa kò sẹ́ni ló tẹ́ bí gbogbo wa wà ní Nàìjíríà ẹ̀gbọ́n bá kó wa wá sí UK wọ́n máa ṣàrùn ọpọlọ fún gbogbo wa ní ètò wọn ti dà wá lórí wọn ti ẹ̀ mọ nǹkan Ọlọ́run ló fi àjẹ wọn.
ẹ ṣeun lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ inú mi dùn ká sọ̀rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí náà. I hope we are lucky enough to see you next time. God bless you, sir. I appreciate that. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I love that. He spoke. Sorry. Hello there.
Geo Temple of Truth. This is Wale Adeyeye. Okay.
Wale Adeyeye from Canada. Yeah?
No, from US, Maryland.
Oh, it's Maryland. I'm mixing it up now. I've got another Wale there. So, sir, you are live again. You're joined us tonight as well. And I bet you've been following it from the start, have you?
Yes, I have.
Amazing.
Then, first of all, in reference to my last call, the last time I talked about Nigerians not feeling the heat yet. Somebody came and said, oh, they are feeling it. But what I meant by Nigeria not feeling the it yet then was that if the African Nigerians are feeling the heat, the likes of Showore and Co shouldn't be on the street all by themselves. By now, everybody over there should have joined in. And I knew what I also passed through before I left Nigeria. I went through similar things before I left Nigeria, and I was part of Showore's struggle as well during Adeola Co when it was still in Nipe, but that is just the history. But back to what is going on now, what is on that now. The issue now is that Maiyegun, people will vote and people will vote and vote and vote again. Because, first of all, how many of the rich allows their children to go out on the elections day to vote? None. Now look at the last election they had in Nigeria. The last election they had in Nigeria, the councillor, the chairmanship, everybody came out to vote. So if they are thinking of stopping all these people now, it should be from the councillor. People should start going to their councillors and start telling them, see, no campaign in our area. Then the councillor will go to the chairman and tell the chairman, see, people are saying no campaign in my area. Then the chairman, when all these Baba will call and say, okay, we are coming to your area tomorrow, Baba, Ile Orogbo. I might say, well, then what is going on there? Well, people in Solele, that is the only way they can listen. But when we parley the councillors, we parley the chairman, we go to the councillor, we get money from the councillor, we get money from the chairman, and we are allowing these Babas not to come and campaign. We are allowing these Babas, and we are saying no election. People will vote because it starts from the grassroots.
Thank you so much.
So that is just my contribution. If people are really ready to do it, then we should start this thing from home.
Thank you
from
so
home.
much.
That
Wale.
is the only way out.
God bless you. That's another one, another banger there. I bet some people would like to react to that too, or even add to what you said. But thank you. Let me take another call.
Thank you,
You have a good one, Baba. So I have another caller. Hello. Can you?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Can you move away from the broadcast, or you help me turn it down? I can hear myself.
Yeah, I've turned it down. Thank you, Maiyegun. This is Aji Hafiz.
Aji Hafiz on the line
from Atlanta.
From Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah. Let me first of all say thank you to the first caller. Because Omo Baba mi ni ada afe o, itigbe o.
Ogbere.
That is my brother from my town right there.
It's like I shocked you when I responded. You were like, "Oh, Maiyegun, I wasn't expecting you." I mean, she answered me wrong. Ni Kitigbe o, Ogbere.
You are right. You are right.
So I'm answering for him. So go on, sir.
You are right. So I really appreciate him, like coming locally like that. I love it.
It's actually the first. It's first on Maiyegun's diary that somebody came on to speak Egun and to speak Awori as well.
Which I really love it.
It's amazing.
And thank you. I want it to be coming always because I love that.
Too. Yeah.
I want to be here. So the usual on ground, sir. Maiyegun usually say, "Bedu never enter body." No matter how we talk, the Bedu never enter their body. Because these people are still going to vote. They will.
I mean, they are already campaigning. So, of course.
They will still going to vote. But when the Bedu enter body, now they go stand up for themselves. Now they go stand up for themselves. But all I need to say is, I'm only appealing. If some of us can hear, if some of them can hear, please don't validate their election. We can activate the seat at home by ourselves. Let them come and talk to you. No problem. Bí àṣẹ máa ń sọ, wọ́n máa ní orúkọ tá a máa sọ mọ́ ẹni inú ẹni ló ń gbé. Àjẹ́ tó bá máa pọ̀ mọ́, a kì í rẹ́jẹ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ̀. So wọ́n lè activate the seat at home tó ní ká kú máa jókòó sílẹ̀. I'm talking to my Igbo brothers as well. I know they put in there. Please do more. Activate the seat at home on the election day. Let everybody sit at home. We should not validate their election. That's it. So if you can be able to do that, then they can come back to us. Then we can sit down and talk. But no talk when we want to talk. Make we break out. Period. Yoruba nation now.
Now.
No be data. Now.
God bless you. God bless you, Ajazi. So I'm going to take another call. I like that, like sharp. Hello. Hello there, sir.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name, sir?
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
Sunday from SA. Good evening.
You know the drill. Like Sunday, I would, well, maybe I should always ask anyway, but yeah, you are on.
Yeah, Maiyegun. Actually, I want to talk on concerning, the sermon you gave today. The likes of Dokpesi don't care about themselves. These are capitalists. These are people who just believe they are the only tycoons, they are the only billionaires, they are the only big men. So they believe whenever they come out, they got influence to say whatever they want because they got the power. That's what they think. And we Nigerians have given them that power. We've given it to them too much. We've given it to them too much. We've given that power to them, and I don't know why. Maybe because of our culture. I don't know. This thing of from when I talk about culture, I'm talking about Yoruba side. That you more and when I don't know those kind of ideas that run around us. Those kind. I think you understand what I'm saying.
I'm with you. Those
kind of ideas that we believe. Those people who have money, they are the only one that can say something sensible. It's total bullshit. And that thing, that idea of believing whoever has money is the only person that has brain, it's total nonsense. And we had that thing in Nigeria. It lives among us.
It's a myth. It's a myth that it's not just, I don't think it's just Nigeria. I think it works around third world country a lot. That if you are rich or you are a politician with so much money, if you are able to get away with whatever you did to make that money, it is not in their place to question you. Rather,
no,
come so that you can help them.
You're right. You're right. I wanted to say the whole Africa, but no, we're talking about Nigeria right here. So that's why I just
should see the greed. What do you think would be the greed that makes some of these dictators in Africa to steal from their people, take it to the Western world?
Exactly.
Like, what do you think caused it?
Exactly.
It's the same mentality now.
It's just this. That's just what we're talking about. How can Dokpesi come out? Dokpesi now says, okay.
He still has Dokpesi is in court for corruption. Corruption.
So we have a long way to go. People are not. You see, I keep on watching people's behavior in Nigeria, especially West. The country is okay, but country okay. It's not.
My own disappointment is that they know that the country is not okay, right? And the only way they believe that they can show that is to offer themselves as the savior. Where have they been in the last 3 years? For example,
3 years
after 2019 election, Atiku moved to Dubai and he's been living in Dubai since then. But he's returned back to Nigeria now because election is about to launch his campaign next month. Like, why would any person be jumping up for people like that? And they will say Nigeria is going to work. Like, where is that coming from? Sad. Tunde, I don't know if I've lost you, but I've got another person on the line. Just before we
Maiyegun Baba.
Yes, sir.
I greet you, Maiyegun.
My brother, how are you?
One second.
All right. Take your time.
Yeah, this is Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Yeah,
it's been a while. Lafia.
I do miss your program sometimes because I'm very busy,
lately, yeah.
Trying to stuff, yeah. So yeah, getting me
come on, man, don't rush me. I just said yeah, day you answer. Then I'll say the next one.
I said how you doing now? 2 days. Yeah, getting how live. Yeah, Kwana view 2 days. Kwana view 2 days.
Wait, Ahmed. In Kwana.
In Kwana is good morning. In Awuni is
God damn it, I've missed you. See, I don't know if you are already getting done with what you are doing. You need to hurry up. See, I was getting fluent.
Don't worry. No.
Ahmed, you remember I was getting fluent at some point.
Yeah.
I've missed you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to have you back, Ahmed. Please.
I missed you. I wanted to talk. I was trying the line when Bashekun came on the last time, but I wasn't able to. But nevertheless, let me just put on my own contribution and just. But normally, let me just go with my own way with the little topic because I didn't really listen to the broadcast to the end. I was just earlier when you started, I was there, but I just listened to what this animal called Dokpesi just said. So I'll just go straight and I'll do it in my house way.
Help me out, please. And then you'll do the interpretation as well, please.
Yes,
fire on.
Yes, So, ana maganan yanzu 2023 ya matso. PDP sun shigo da nasu tricks din, sun shigo da nasu dabarun da suka saba. Yanzu an kawo muku wani mai AIT ana ce mai Raymond Dokpesi ko me ake kiran shi wani dan akuya. Ya fito ya ce idan Atiku bai ba Inyamurai shugaban kasa ba 2027, that is 2023 din nan a bar ma Atiku, 2027 a kawo ma Inyamurai. Kuma ya yi wani magana ya ce Biafra abinda suke yi ya yi daidai. To yanzu ina son mutane 'yan arewa ku zauna ku gane ku yi tunani. Yanzu an fito an shigo da maganan Biafra da yake election ya matso. Shin wannan ba abin zama ba ne ka yi tunani ka zauna ka yi thinking da kwakwalwanka cewar wa'innan mutanen da suke kiran kansu politicians suna playing ɗinka ne. Ya kamata ka san yanzu ya kamata ka san menene ya kamata ka yi. Menene ya kamata shi yasa nake ga mutane babu ruwanku da election ɗinsu. Ku janye jiki kowa ya zauna gida ranar election. Ku ta relax a gida. Ku ci abinci ku yi abubuwan ku ranar election. You don't need to even go out. Amma da moment kun fara fata kuna zuwa kuna election ɗin nan kuna ƙara validating cin kutumar ubanku da za a yi na ƙarin shekara 4 shekara 8 kamar yadda Buhari ya yi kuna nan kuna complain. Akwai next. Ba kuna son ku yi election ba ku fita ku je ku yi election. Amma kar ku manta fa idan kun yi election din nan kada wani shege fito yana cewa to Allah ya sa Allah ba a zalimin kowa bane. Kuma Allah ma bai ce ka je ka yi abun banza ba ka dawo kana kiran shi ba. Saboda kai ka je ka jawo ma kanka. Ka je ka jawo ma kanka fitina sai ka zo kana cewa to Allah dai Allah ka tsaya ka zo kana kiran Allah babu ruwan Allah. Yanzu time ne wanda za ku ɗauki destiny ɗinku into your hands ku yi abin da ya kamata. In zaman gida za ku yi cire kanku daga election saboda playing ɗinku za a yi for another years. Kuma za a ƙara cin kutumar ubanku ne. In kun gane kuma za ku tsira. An ce idan kunne ya ji gangan jiki ya tsira. So, Maiyegun, what I was just saying.
I was waiting for you to, that time when I said fraud, all this in a scam. I was expecting baranda and all of that thing. That's why I was trying to. And I was saying, yes, fraud.
It's not straight to the point. The message you gave about what they play them, APC and whatever, it's just the same message. It's just the same message. So it's just, I don't think I really need to
of my listeners, they were listening to you all this while. The only reason why some of them are still watching is because they are looking at me.
Let me just summarize.
Please.
So I told my people, I said, you now understand the game. For people like PDP to start coming out and start trying to support Biafra, then you should know that all this while they've been telling you that the Biafrans are these, Nnamdi Kanu is all those people. You should understand that they are playing politics with your life and they will keep on playing. 2023 is around and this is the game. They will start playing the game and they will confuse you. And they will make you come back to vote for them and you will suffer for another 8 years. The one that Buhari did, you are still there crying. And they are trying to push you into Atiku's hand again, or either Tinubu or any of them, then just wait for it. You guys will suffer. But if you start suffering, any one of you, any one of you who comes out and start saying Allah, kaza Allah, now God will punish you. Because
so which one was when you said sugar ban, Bafarawa and all those things you mixed together at that point? Sugar ban, Bafara 2023. I heard that. What was that? Sugar ban 2023.
Sugar ban kasa. I said sugar ban kasa. Now they are telling you that Atiku, that if Atiku does not give Igbos the presidency 2027, idan Atiku bai ba Nyamare shugaban kasa ba 2027, zai fito zai zo yayi tsarara. That means he said if they don't give the Igbos the presidency 2027, Dokpesi said he will come out and he will go naked. So does that make any sense? They should sit down, they should think about it, that they are being played and they will still go out. It's better for you to put your eyes on election day. Stay away from their election. That is the only way you have to fight these people. You cannot pick up any arms or anything against them. They will kill you. But if you just sit in your house, relax, and keep on watching, maybe they do them. But you know, say people no go here, but we go they talk them. More the part more they talk them. Make we they talk them. Make it enter their head. Maybe if they do enter body whether they go understand. Say, maybe she.
I know. God bless you.
They go understand.
God bless you. I can tell you are like multitasking even there right now, yeah. But I can bet it, right? It's been a pleasure hearing from you again. My Hausa is getting rusty. You need to always please try and call it.
You go like that. We go do class for you. Don't worry, I go separate. I go do class for you.
I'm thinking it, but it's just that. I feel like I'm too old to learn new language, okay? But I'll be picking them. Ahmed, God bless you.
Hausa is very, very easy.
And now I can hear some of those things because I studied Hausa in secondary school, right? I had Hausa as part of my language study. I had Igbo.
If you spend a year with an Hausa person, you don't even need to live in Hausa land. Sit down a year with an Hausa person, you would understand Hausa. It's very easy. I tell you.
I have to.
Very easy.
I have to because if not for anything, Baba, Ahmed, if not for anything, for negotiation skill, if they pick me, I start speaking sugar bank, kasa, sugar
no,
bank, kasa.
we gonna negotiate, yeah, Papa. To all my people, I love you, everybody. I love you. I love you.
What I mean?
All hail Biafra.
God bless you, Baba.
I love you all. Love you.
That's Ahmed. A very lovely guy. Very, very lovely guy. He brought a new twist to Maiyegun's daily political conversation, and we've been loving it since then. Ahmed, hello there.
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning. How are you?
Clement Joseph is my name. I'm calling from Queensland, Australia.
Joseph from Queensland, Australia. That's the first. How are you?
First time. I have been trying for a very long time.
God bless you, Joseph. I'm glad you made it tonight because you're almost my last caller, but I'll stick to you. I'll stick with you and see what you've got for us tonight, please.
Thank you, Maiyegun. You've been doing a very wonderful job. I got to know you for the first time sometimes ago when Omoye Nishuore was trying to contest.
Okay.
You had an interview with Omoye Nishuore.
Right.
Then that was the first time I saw you on YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, I say, for whatever reason, I just like that name. I like this guy. And I've been watching from that time till now.
God bless you. Thank you. And I'm glad you made it through tonight. So even say that to me. From Queensland, everybody can hear you. Right. So please.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, the first thing I just want to say is that people back home, we all grew up in Nigeria. I was old enough before I left home anyway. In fact, I was well over 40 before I finally left Nigeria.
Wow.
So it's not maybe when they're talking about Nigeria, I will be acting as if I don't know.
From somewhere far land, you know. You matured enough before you left, of course. Go on.
Yeah, so you see, if Maiyegun share with you, they blame one because if we don't know the difference. A lot of things have really gone wrong in that country, whereby like religion, even the churches are the way they will talk to you, the way they tell you things, everything, we've been brainwashed completely. So when you tell people, can't you see the way things are going? They don't understand. And it takes somehow when you get out of that very continent that is when you begin to see the difference that, oh, this is a complete mess that the government. So for example, for me as an individual, and I believe there's a lot of people that are there in that country and that are out, what can I say I had gained from that country? I mean, from Nigeria as a country, since I was born, I think nothing. Nothing at all.
Oh, they are already blackmailing us. So I don't know if you have heard already, Joseph. They are already blackmailing us. That Nigerians are always saying Nigeria did nothing for them. Nigeria did nothing for them. That many of you are surgeons, doctors, lawyers, accountants, this and that, and because your counterpart all over the world, right? Some of them are in debt, in student loan debt. But many of you Nigerians, you are not in any debt. And they want to blackmail you for that, forgetting the fact that our parents also toiled to send us to those schools. It may be cheap, but it wasn't free. Go on, Joseph.
Cock and bull story. That cock and bull story. Because now, from my primary school till the time I left, what exactly not support for me? In terms of healthcare, can you benefit? Not even the so-called education, nothing. Our people have to struggle, do everything to make sure they take care of you.
As if to say we know they are alive to tell our story. But they are saying that Nigeria give us that is cheap. That the rest of our colleagues all over the world, when all of you are building houses, they are paying student loan. You know what I mean? I don't know if they have told you. They said that to my face, that every time all of you will say Nigeria not do anything for you, Nigeria not do anything for you. The education where all of you get, we say, which education? The miseducation that only grace. Please, Joseph, continue.
Education time will be what I will money. I be sure that our sponsor your logic school. Overseas to student loan. At least loan you are available for. One for any loan here so that we away. And when you finish this so-called education outside the shop of Africa, you get a job. Anyone need you in this. In fact, I got to Australia precisely 2016. 2016 between and now. More multi benefit lower job at Louis. This is a country that will not talk about your age. They won't talk about your standard of education. They will not talk about anything. They just want to make sure you are relevant as a human being. And these are the things we lack in Africa. I mean, the best thing can become a motivated volunteer who contribute. I don't know how we can pass this message across. That during that election. That is just really weird. Let them stay indoors. After all, somebody will if anybody came out vote, just we should be preaching that they should stay indoors. They should not go out.
Don't join them. Don't validate their election. Hey, but if we don't vote for them, they are going to put themselves there and punish us. The one where you vote, they don't punish you. So what are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? You voted for them, they punished you. If you don't vote for them and they punish you, what are you going to lose? Maybe when they even punish you when you don't vote for them, you'll be pained enough to fight back. Again, Joe.
That is it. So, Maiyegun, in fact, like I said, you have been doing a very wonderful job.
Thank you.
In fact, what I think complete. I watched 2 channels on YouTube. Yours is number 1, then followed by Arise TV or what? That Arise TV.
So that means Maiyegun and others.
Exactly. Maiyegun, because I know you tell stories, undiluted story, you present it the way it is. Things you will never hear from any media in Nigeria.
No.
That is so, I feel complete each time. In fact, Team Balewa live Masha make sure we pay before that day pass episode of that very
God bless you. Thank you.
Many other people, and God will continue strengthening you on a daily basis.
Amen.
My regards to your family.
Amen. And yours too as well. And my regards to everyone around you as well, sir. God bless you. And from far away, Queensland, Australia, we got Elder Joseph tonight. It's been a pleasure. And thank you. You're my last caller tonight because of our time. And yeah, thank you so much, sir. Now, this is the end of the program. I'm so sorry that I still have a lot of people who wants to call in. And it's just time has come to that wrapping up. I would say that if you are just joining the program, you should watch the broadcast from the beginning again. You're never going to regret it. There are some point that you probably will start laughing. Ask people who watch who joined me from the beginning to this point. They'll tell you, at some point, we were laughing. At some point, we were angry. At some point, we were so serious. And at some point, we came to the conclusion, which is now. So thank you very much for joining me and for your time. I'm going to see you again next time. My friends on YouTube, come on, do what you do best before you go. Make sure you drop your offerings, okay? Like that video. Share it. If you haven't really subscribed and you are watching me on Facebook right now, it is the same setting and same search. Maiyegun's Diary Political. Search for it on Twitter. Search for it on YouTube. Search for it on where else? On Facebook, everywhere. Where you see Maiyegun's Diary Political, just subscribe. And you will never regret doing so. I'm going to see you some other time. Take care of yourselves, and you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkan ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.